Salutations from the stars. 'Tis I, the eccentric Professor Copperstein. Okay, I'm actually on Earth right now, I'm not in my spaceship, and today is my guide on how to walk alone. Okay, first of all, there are a few things you have to know. First of all, you have to plan things out if you're gonna walk alone. Okay, I had to speak loudly because I don't want a copyright strike, okay? I don't want a copyright strike! Okay, someone was playing music out loud, and so I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, so first, like I said, you have to plan your routes. Know how far you're going out. Now, say for example that I'm going just like a short trip somewhere. You're like, one thing you can do for safety, well, first of all, you have to look around you because you can't be, you just goes gallivanting off all la-di-da. And yeah, also be aware of the streets. Let's see, one thing is carry like no money with you. Yes, that's one thing. I myself don't have money on me right now. Nah. Okay, so but if it's like to a gas station and you are buying something, then you can bring money, but only the amount you'll know that you're going to be spending. And one more thing, if you're going to be spending money, know how much. Not only like know how much, just buy what you're gonna buy, and then live with it. You don't want to go overboard and buy everything that looks pretty, and then the next thing you know, you have nothing left. Alright, so now if you're gonna take a long trip somewhere else, well then here's a few safety tips. You can't see me right now, it's dark. Okay, first of all, pay attention to the road. I know I'm making a big risk by having my phone out and looking down. That's kind of stupid with me, but someone's gotta make this guide. Ah, my hair went in my mouth. Okay. Alright, so just right now there was a car over there. Pay attention to the cars. Because you want to know if they're going straight and if they're going to turn. It's common knowledge that cars have like a blinking light. Yeah, floor is made out of floor. so yeah, that's what you gotta know. So next off, another good safety tip you should know is that if there are people around, don't be alone. Just kind of like stick with a crowd. You don't want to be alone because it makes you easier to get mugged. Yeah. Also, one other thing that you gotta know for walking out alone is that if someone passes you, make eye contact. I know it might feel a little bit awkward for you, but when it comes to eye contact, you really have to suck it up for that, because it's been known that someone, a source of mine, told me that muggers look for people who are not very observant, which is understandable because people who are very observant are good witnesses. You want to be a good witness. Know the people who go around you. See, and also pass the lights. You want to be in well-lit areas, but at the same time, you don't want to be in a place where there's nobody. When you're walking out alone like this, and you got nothing, just go where there's light, and also go where there's people, and then know everything about the people that are around you. Okay. Now, continuing on, if at any moment that through your route you pass through a building and it's outside and you're alone, go through the building. You don't want to be alone out at night, so you want to be in a place that's populated, and that uses kind of the same logic as I said earlier. So, that being said, know where you're going and have a good route. Okay. Now, one other thing you should know is that there are lots of dark spaces sometimes. Dark spaces are where bad guys like to hang out, and you know, you don't want to be in dark spaces and end up getting mugged, you know. You know, the previous safety tips I told you should be good enough. If you want to defend yourself, that's all right. You can if you think you want to bring a gun for defense, well, here's the thing: just a simple Glock should suffice. Don't bring a freaking assault rifle. That's stupid. Unless, of course, you're in a military base and you're a soldier. In that case, knock yourself out. Knock your socks off. Yeah. I myself have like a blade, and it's only there for in case I need it. I'm not a real crazy on weaponry. I'm semi-pacifistic, but I use the term lightly because at the same time I'm not implying that everything should just go by. I mean, when your rights are threatened, by all means, go ahead, defend your rights. I mean, but still, you gotta know that's like the right amount. You don't want to be, oh, I'm running out of space. You don't want, yeah. So, as we all know, there are not a lot of good things happening, and there's a lot of tragedy everywhere, and you know, when a tragedy should happen, you should always know how to react. Know your nearest emergency exits. Have like a specific strategy for staying safe. At the moment, in any time, someone comes over the place with like a large rifle and obvious intentions of shooting people, look for the fattest person you can find and just stash over, and then just use them as a human shield. Also, that's a joke. Don't actually do that. That's horrible. Why would you think about that? Appearance matters when you're walking alone, especially in dark places. Especially for some people. You know, when you go outside and then you have a trip. Don't bring anything that's gonna make you look flashy or fancy, because when they do, then muggers are gonna think that you're rich and you have a lot of money. That's gonna make you an easy target. Just go out looking. I mean, the only time you want to look rich is when you're on a date. You don't want to look cheap on a date. You also. Oh, what was I gonna say? You also know what's useful, what's not useful. You don't want your pockets to look thick. At the same time, you don't want to bring so many that you end up looking like a challenge. So that's what boomerang effect. My hair keeps getting in my mouth. All right. Well, yes. That's especially like if you're a girl, because you know, muggers they like to target women a lot, especially the real pretty ones where they have like purses. They can have a lot of money or something there. You especially want to be careful. Yeah. And sometimes it isn't even gender. Sometimes it's race. Sometimes people are racist and they don't like the face of others, and they're not even targeting the money. They're targeting the person. So yeah, that's what you want to think about. So basically, just know where you are, be aware of your surroundings, and don't look like a challenge. Okay, so that is my guide on how to walk alone at night. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos, like and subscribe. I am Professor Copperstein. End transmission.